Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelorette Recap, a guy's review. Happy August 6th, 2021. It is the Friday before Katie Thurston's season finale of her run as Bachelorette. It's coming to a close. Word on the street is she cannot wait for it to be over. You know, there's drama, there's unfinished business, there's some housekeeping to attend to as far as the show is concerned. Do some housekeeping on my end and hit that like button and subscribe. I got other great content coming out today, specifically Greg Grippo and whether or not Bachelor producers are editing him to be the next Bachelor. Some insider info to share there. But first, we feverishly rewrite the contracts of Bachelor contestants to make sure they don't go on Instagram live together. That's what the Bachelor producers are doing right now. This is a screen grab, which I'm going to talk a little bit about, and I'm going to show you an after the final rose promo video. But here's a screen grab of Hunter Montgomery, Texans' own Hunter, and Connor Brennan, Nashville's lovely pianist Connor, having an Instagram live, but then Greg Grippo's in the comment section, and then Katie Thurston says some quality men on the screen right now. But she didn't say some quality men in the comment section. So, you know, this reminds me of that one time in 5th grade when I ran into Mr. DeSantis mowing his lawn in shorts, my math teacher. You don't want to see your 5th grade math teacher mowing his lawn in shorts. My mind was blown that I saw his calf muscles. I was like, you ever run into a teacher at a Hobby Lobby and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't see you here. You're not a human. You belong in that brick building. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel here. I'm like, we can't see Katie Thurston and Greg Grippo in the same comment section before after the final rose. This isn't scripted. This isn't how it goes. Where's Caitlin Bristow and Tayshia in their nice dresses to usher in the, you know what I mean? So I'm sure the Bachelor producers were like, I'm sure they have a bat phone where they just call Katie and they're like, Katie, get out of there. You know what I mean? Because, of course, as we know, they milk the teat of the rating system, which is after the final rose. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. That's kind of weird for a Friday. It looks like I'm just turning a light switch off or milking the teat of Bachelor Nation's, the excitement, I should say, for those lactose intolerant people. They're milking the excitement of the upcoming Monday night episode of After the Final Rose. Of course, it's a 3-hour finale, fantasy suite. You know, she's going to go from potentially bumping Harry's to breakups, to makeups, to maybe an engagement. There's a rumor that she might ask Blake to marry her. Who knows? You know what I mean? All these rumors, all these surprises. I mean, it was just like yesterday that we were like, knew there was going to be a big announcement at her Bachelorette her Bachelorette announcement. And my theory was that she was going to invite women onto the show, you know, have it like a first, maybe a bisexual thing. But she's not, she says she's not bisexual, which that obviously the surprise ended up being that Michelle Young would be getting her season of The Bachelorette, which started filming this week. Now, so we've got this fun little, let's cut to the actual, that's the promo. I'll show the promo in a second here. But so it started out here, right? It started out with them talking. And then next thing you know, they do a 2-hour. So it gets into like, they start inviting other, it basically became a men's tell all. So and again, I love it. I love this. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but it's funny because Bachelor producers, their only goal is to drum up as many eyeballs for the after the final rose. If all these guys start talking, their greatest fear is imagine if Katie and Greg did their after the final rose through Instagram. I think Instagram would have blown up. I think that would have blown up if like bloop, Katie pops up and then Greg pops up and then like all of a sudden like Hunter becomes the new host of the show and they're like, what happened? It's like Hunter's in charge now. I am the captain now. And all of a sudden he's like, so Greg, tell us where it all went wrong. And Caitlin and Tayshia are like, this is our job. You know what I mean? Anyway, a little bit of silliness on a Friday. We are feeling good. I am a ray of flipping sunshine. Thank you so much. Feeling nice. The buttons are coming undone. Looking at you, Connor. So anyway, they get into it, and people. Let's go to some comments here on the Reddits. The old Reddits. Spotted Hunter and Connor's live. Katie and Greg were in the comment section. And again, I think this is fair. I just think the Bachelor producers are kind of like, oh man, we need to make sure we say, like, this is the reason Chris Harrison no longer is on the show. Now, you can get into all of the like, well, what he said was wrong, but when we rewind, the reason he was on Extra, whatever, Rachel Lindsay's show, the reason he was promoting, they were pushing off, and I'm not saying this is right, they were pushing off Rachel Kirkconnell's apology last season. They were pushing that all back so that they could do it on the After the Final Rose. They did it for ratings. Because of ratings, Brian Friedman, powerful attorney, got Chris Harrison a ballpark $7 to $10 million settlement, and now he can go live out his life in Texas with Lauren Zima, the alcoholic beverage, a very nice, crisp Lauren Zima, a cool Lauren Zima. Grab yourself a Zima and let's party on this one. It's Friday. It's not too early to crack a cold one. So all of that happened because Bachelor producers were trying to push, the resolution. And we live in a world in 2021 where we can't do that. We don't, the internet, it was the wildfires, the storms were brewing as far as Rachel Kirkconnell's story goes, and she finally snapped, not like mentally, but she snapped and was like, I'm going to issue my own statement, okay? It got crazy. Rachel Kirkconnell's mom is talking to the son. There's, Chris Harrison's on his way out. Everyone's taking sides, this and that, and she's just quietly waiting. They're like, just wait for the After the Final Rose. We'll get an apology. It'll be fine. And then, it got wild, right? Now we have Greg Grippo. Everyone's like, torn on whether he's gaslighting or not, or manipulating and this and that. Everyone's team Greg or team Katie. My guess is about 80% of people are team Katie. But Greg's got his following, and people make a point, and it's in this and that. And my nuanced opinion is that Greg quit on Katie, and maybe, he saw goodbye in her eyes, but clearly she was giving him all the clues in the world she could that he was the guy. But, maybe he knew something she didn't. Maybe he thought he couldn't compete with Blake in the long term, so maybe that was his exit strategy. Either way, he wasn't in the right. I think he should have stuck it around at that point. It's like, bro, if you're going to get your heart broken, just wait another 3 days. You know what I mean? wait another 3 days like the rest of us. Man up if you want to get your heart broken and do it like the rest of us, Anyway, I'm going to have a video later on about Tayshia and Caitlyn talking about what it was like to have men leave them on the show and what Katie might be going through. So subscribe and stick around for that. But let's read a few comments here. I'm going to filter this by the best. These are comments I have not read it yet, but this is in response to Katie being spotted on Hunter and Connor's live. This whole messy squad is united in watching Connor perform super bass on ukulele. Nature is healing. Wait, did I not see the part where he brought the ukulele out? Let's see if we can get the ukulele out here. Oh, that would be nice. Hold on. Whoa, hold on. I just accidentally made that way too big. 1 second, folks. We're on the fly. It's a Friday. So let's see if we can get the ukulele out there. Maybe he played it at the end. You can't follow Connor on ukulele. Oh man, I wish there was a timestamp for this. I'll have to look for it. What are they doing? They're doing
most. If we were no longer in this relationship,
I would miss feeling like I have someone who I can talk to about literally anything with no judgment.
Okay, so you can go catch that. It's a 2-hour. It's a long video, but you can go catch that on Instagram TV if you want to kill some time. And I know what you're thinking, but Dave, we watch your videos to kill some time. Put them both on. Put my video on. Put theirs on. Let us all compete for your attention. You know what I mean? It's 2021. We can multitask, right? So anyway, Justin always ends up in the thick of things. They were talking about Justin when mom and dad are fighting and you have to facilitate nice dad jokes. Okay, so there's lots of comments on what people thought about this. But it's something. It's something that they're all on there going together, right? And Katie was spotted there, and there she is. Some quality men on the screens right now. And then, I'm sure the Bachelor producers showed up in an unmarked van and grabbed Katie and said, get off social media till Monday. You know what I mean? But anyway, we'll have to see what Greg Grippo has to say. And here is a clip. Now, of course, this is not good quality, but we love that someone recorded this because no one, I don't know, maybe at the time of this recording, I haven't been able to find like an actual clip of this online, but let's watch this. Monday nights after the Final Rose.
I'm devastated.
I emptied my heart out to you.
I don't think you know what love is.
Whoa.
Justin and Blake, are they worth that time and energy? At this point, I didn't even care about an engagement. I don't have control the way I wanted. I deserve more.
If Katie's still hung up on Greg, there's no point. I have no idea what's going to happen. I can't give you what you came here for.
Wow, season finale, Monday, 8/7 Central. All right, so this is exciting. It's going to be a blast. As you guys know, I'll be doing a 4 p.m. Pacific time live stream. That's 1 hour before the East Coast airing. So we'll have that lead-up live stream, just getting ready for it. This is our Super Bowl, folks. Then Monday night, I'm going to be doing I guess 11 p.m. live stream since it's a 3-hour finale. So I'll be doing that into the wee hours and then recaps following all week long. Going to be a ton of content. I'm doing Justin Takes the Batches podcast. We're going to have a ton of content coming out. But anyway, you can go check that out. Let me know. Let me know what you think. A lot of people have been asking about Katie's involvement with the cast members. Now, I support it. I think if she can maintain friendships with these guys, by all means, I think that's a good move. It's politically in the Bachelor sphere, it's good, but it's also good to be like, look, we dated, it wasn't too serious, we were all part of some hokey TV show. Obviously, I you don't expect her to be like BFFs with the serious contenders like the Gregs whenever there's real heartbreak. But it's like, look, if she ends up with Justin, right? Is he going to really be upset if she like jumps on live streams with some of these other guys? They're all connected in some sort of weird family tree. So speaking of family trees, join the branch known as my YouTube channel. You like how I did that? That's UCB, Upright Citizens Brigade Improv. Real special stuff happening right there. And you can go check all that out. I've got my newsletter on my link in my bio. Oh, thank you so much to everyone who has joined my Instagram. We hit 10,000 followers yesterday and then 38,000 on YouTube. So I appreciate you all being a part of the growth. Like I said, tons of other content coming, but more specifically with this, let's cut to the clip here. More specifically with this, after the final rose, Katie had mentioned that I don't want to say regrets some of the things she said, but she mentions that she someone had basically said, good advice. Madison Pruitt said, good advice to wait till you are over your feelings before you comment on certain things, whatever she said. And Katie goes, oops, I should have known that for after the final rose. So clearly Katie and Greg hadn't spoken since their breakup. That's what the rumors were, right? And then she shows up crushing it in this beautiful dress. And she says, you don't know what love is. So that's kind of like the whole debate where he says, I loved you so much, I was heartbroken. That's why I had to leave. She's like, you don't even know what it is. Because if you knew what it was, you would have stuck around and we'd be here together. So a lot of animosity. It's fascinating to see how quickly the coin can flip between love and hate. Now, I'm not saying they hate each other, but whatever that feeling is where you let someone in, that feeling of being rejected can create, so much more of a hurt than, say, some random troll or, hurting you online. It's like, I gave you a piece of this. I told you things. We bonded. And then you walked away from me. So like I said, next video, I'm going to have Caitlin and Tasha explaining what goes on when someone self-eliminates from their episodes, what it feels like, and we'll have some more commentary. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.